Hey guys, welcome back to the Foreel podcast. My name is Jamie.
We got Max over here.
Yep, we got Max. And today's going to be our first
real episode.
Yeah, first review on Captain Marvel, a movie about a former pilot who's trying to figure out her past and doing it while in a cosmic dilemma.
Boom. So grab your popcorn, because shit's about to get real.
And that's for real.
Alright guys, we're going to start off with a little spoiler-free review.
Yep.
In case you haven't watched the movie, still want to watch it.
Also, quick little apology. You know, this episode's coming out a little late, but
we were waiting for equipment to arrive.
We got equipment, you know. We got new mics. You might.
Yep. Hopefully that improves the quality.
Yeah, hopefully this sounds better for y'all, but yeah.
It feels more professional.
Yeah, we didn't want to put our episode and just kind of half-ass it.
Fuck it up, yeah.
Yeah. But here we are, finally. Better.
Bigger, better.
High quality video rather than a early low quality video, but yeah.
Well, it's totally a video, definitely not audio. You're a genius, Jamie.
Shut up. Okay, we're gonna hop straight in.
All right.
Well, first we're gonna start off with spoiler free, just in case you haven't seen Captain Marvel. Should you go watch it?
I think you should. I thought it was a good
Why?
movie. I know there was a lot of talk about it before, about it being like a feministy movie. You guys know what I'm talking about. And there's a lot of stigma
You're
around
walking
it.
on eggshells, Max.
No, I'm just stating the facts.
Okay.
That's what people were saying before the movie. But I watched the movie and I didn't get that vibe. It was just a fun superhero movie. It had good action. It had good comedy. That's all I got to say. I thought it was great. And I was especially fearful that it would be some kind of political movie, trying to push some political agenda, which I don't like in movies because it takes the fun out of the movie. I don't even care what the agenda is for, even if it is a good cause. It's just...
It has no place in a movie.
Yeah, it's just... That's why you go to the movies, is to get away from stuff like that. So I thought it was great that it wasn't in there, and that actually made the movie experience better.
Okay, now for my little recommendation.
Here we go. Jamie,
I'm not gonna be harsh. You should only go see it if you're into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you don't really mess with the movies like that, this is nothing you have to go see. This really didn't bring that much new to the table, aside from one thing that I will get into in spoilers. But yeah, I mean, it was just the average movie, but below average Marvel movie. I feel like
the production could have been better. But it was just...
Are you going to cut me off? You're going to cut me off? When I watch a Marvel movie, I'm excited after it. This is one of the two only Marvel movies that I walked out of not excited. The other one was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, I wouldn't... I thought it was a good movie, but I also don't hate everything
I don't hate it. I mean, I enjoyed myself. But...
Yeah.
I just...
No, I understand that, but... So that's our spoiler-free
review.
that's
a spoiler-free.
I recommend seeing it just as a cool action movie. You don't even really have to know that much about the Marvel Universe to...
Yeah, you don't.
To know what's going on. If you do know more about it, it makes it a little more interesting. But because it's like a prequel to everything. But we'll get to that in a minute. I recommend watching it. Jamie says...
Only if you're into cinematic.
Jamie's 50-50.
Yeah.
Let's call it that way.
Yeah, I'm a little torn.
Jamie says wait till it releases to home video or on Netflix or something like that.
Yep.
But
we're going to get into our spoilers section, so don't say that we didn't warn you.
So let's talk about this being a prequel. So obviously it happens before all the other Avengers movies. Captain Marvel is the original Avenger.
Actually, no.
Well, it's named after her.
No.
Yeah. Did you not see the name on her fighter jet was Carol the Avenger Danvers?
I didn't know you meant it like that.
Fury saw that picture and he was like, the Avengers.
But seriously, isn't Captain America the first Avenger?
Yeah, he is. But she's like the OG. She isn't the first Avenger, but it's named after her. That's what I meant by that.
Okay, yeah.
She's the OG.
Yeah, so going into this, I was pretty fearful because of all the media behind it.
Yeah,
you know?
like I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Brie Larson, the actor who plays Captain Marvel, said some pretty interesting things.
I didn't see too much about that, to be honest. I just saw like every time I went on Twitter, all these people talking about it. But we don't need to get into all that stuff.
It's not that important.
Save that for the political podcasts out there.
Also, I fairly knew what Captain Marvel was about, like before going to watch this movie. Like I know the origin story.
I didn't know anything about
Okay,
Captain
so
Marvel.
basically, it was pretty much the same except for, so in the comics, she was a pilot, and she got caught into between the Kree and the Skrull War, and this guy named Captain Marvel saved her. He was a Kree. It's not her. It's some other guy named Captain Marvel, and went like in an explosion, both their DNA like combined, I guess, and then that's how she got powers. But then later, like he died, so she took up the mantle of Captain Marvel.
Okay.
That's the original like origin. So yeah, I knew some of
I didn't know much.
I knew some of the backstory of the Captain Marvel character.
I didn't know much of anything, but I just think she's like a super badass hero. Like she's got some badass powers.
Okay.
They're kind of basic, like
I know, yeah.
like flying, but she's like super strong. I thought that was really like not strength wise, but just powerful. I thought it was really cool.
Okay, well, let's get into our we have a system for this, for how we're gonna grade these movies and the reviews, because we didn't want it to just be unorganized and shit. So Max, let's introduce a little system a little bit.
We're going to have a little bit of a grading system. It's on a scale of like 1 to 10, but we're going to have some categories. So we're going to talk about like character development, the characters, rate that out of 10. We're going to talk about the plot, rate that out of 10. And then we're going to talk about like the background, the behind the scenes stuff, the editing or the writing or the visuals. We're going to rate that. So then we're going to sum it all up. We're going to give it overall
our final
rating.
Yep.
Our final rating is not all the ratings combined. By the way.
Okay.
We can just don't math check us. Okay.
Don't math check us.
These are our heartfelt ratings. What we feel out of our hearts. Okay.
Yep.
And our minds.
Yep. But yeah, just to add some more structure, just so we don't ramble on. So as Max said, first category. Let's talk about character development.
I thought it was pretty interesting. I liked how it started with Captain Marvel having like these flashbacks to she kept remembering something happened and she didn't know what it was from. And then we learned that she doesn't remember anything from her past life because at this point she's not on Earth. I forget the planet she's on.
Yeah, I don't know.
But she's basically on like a strike team.
Yeah. It's kind of like military.
Yeah, she's in the military.
Well, yeah.
And she's like special forces, I guess. And they say they gave her the powers to be like a super soldier or whatever. But we'll get to the
we'll get into that when in the plot section.
I think it was interesting how they kind of had it that she kind of remembers what's going on. It was almost a traditional way of doing the memory loss kind of. What do you call it? Character development, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
So
my take on Captain Marvel.
Oh God.
Her character development was, maybe I'm just like blind, but I didn't see it. She felt, I've used this. This is a very strong comparison of mine. She literally was Rey from Star Wars Episode 8. I'm not even saying that to be funny. That's literally what she was.
I can see that.
She was extremely powerful. No, she didn't need training to use her powers. She tried to figure out who she was, And in the process, she seemed to have no problem doing it. She didn't really go
That's
over...
actually...
She didn't
I
really,
never thought about it that way.
Honestly, like, throughout the movie, you see her going through, like, these little challenges. But, like, after, like, one try, she gets through it pretty easy.
Yeah, she just knows how to use
she
her
really
powers.
felt... Who taught her? Who taught her?
I don't know.
Who taught her?
I don't know.
I
never thought about it that way. That's actually a super good way of thinking about it.
Like, I want to like this. I want to give this movie a chance, but that literally bothers me so much that she's so similar to Rey from Star Wars, which, if you don't know, Rey from Star Wars is basically this girl who, in Star Wars, there's this force called the Force. And she's never used this power before, and she is just like a master with it. She's using the Force better than like people who have trained.
Just all of a sudden. Yeah,
all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Never made
she
that connection.
Literally, Captain Marvel literally felt like Rey. Like, she was just good at everything. She was just good at it. Like,
the one thing I don't like about her character, I guess, is how easily she switched sides. Because the whole movie, what's his name? Talos was he was like the antagonist, and then all of a sudden she learns about how he's just trying to save his family, and she just switches sides like that.
Okay, well, we're gonna get into that more into the plot,
yeah.
But yeah, so you don't like that she's like she just switched.
Yeah, she just switched sides, and it didn't really take that much convincing. When what she thinks her whole life, she's been taught that he's part of an evil race that are out to destroy everyone. That's like, I feel like that's not possible.
Honestly, I feel like it wasn't like character development. It was just her doing what the plot needed her to do.
Yeah.
Like, she felt like just exposition and just trying to, I don't know how to explain it.
But I think that kind of comes down to writing. What do you think about the acting, though? Do you think
her acting was good?
Yeah. I think
I feel like she did the best she could with what they gave her.
Yeah.
But let's talk about other characters. Talk about Samuel L. Jackson.
Just real quick, I thought it was cool how they had like funny moments in there. Obviously, a lot of movies have them nowadays, where she was like making jokes and stuff like that too. I thought that was really funny. There's some funny moments in the movie.
Okay.
Just had to throw that in there.
All right. Okay. So now we're going to talk about Nick Fury. We get to see young Nick Fury in this movie.
Young boy Nick.
Young old. What's his name? Nicholas Joseph Fury. Is that his name?
Does he ever say what the
name? He said his
Joseph?
Name. Yeah.
Yeah. No one calls him Nicholas.
Yeah. They always call him Fury.
Everyone calls him Fury.
What does your mom call you?
Fury.
Exactly. But what did you think of Samuel Jackson? Nick Fury.
Yeah.
I can't separate the two.
They're just both so iconic.
Honestly.
No, I thought he was a pretty good character. He was, like, at the beginning, he didn't know what the hell was going on. But, like, he just kind of went with it, and he was like, yeah, fuck it.
Honestly.
We'll do this. I guess there's aliens now, because at that point, no one knew about aliens.
Yeah.
The Kree or the Skrull or anything like that. He was just like, all right, some alien dude shot at me. I guess they exist now. One of them died in my car, and yeah, they're real.
I like Nick Fury in this movie. I like seeing young Nick.
Yeah, Nick's always been a good character. I mean, Fury. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Don't disrespect. We don't want SWAT coming in here and taking us to some black site.
But I mean, I don't really have too much to say about Nick Fury.
Yeah,
he was just Nick Fury.
Yeah, that's basically all there is to say. He was just he
had
a
his
badass
funny
motherfucker.
moments. Yeah, exactly.
Like Samuel L. Jackson always says.
Yeah. But anyways, let's talk about who's that guy? That guy that the captain guy,
the strike team leader.
Yeah, I don't know his name because I don't care about him.
It's like Jan. I don't think they ever really say it, but it's like Jan Rog or something like that.
Jan Rog, yeah. I didn't.
So at first, I actually liked him.
I didn't.
He seemed really nice and funny, but then you find out later in the movie that he basically kidnapped Captain Marvel. I mean, he didn't. Not basically. He fully just kidnapped her and went along with the whole memory loss thing and pretended to be her friend. And then he was kind of an asshole after that.
Well, I mean, I thought he was going to be the Captain Marvel. Like, because obviously I said the origin story in the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought he was Captain Marvel. He was going to die. And she was going to take over the mantle.
You think he's the good guy for most of the movie, to be honest. Like, he just, the way, and I think that's actually super good writing to make him seem such a good guy. There's no moments in the beginning of the movie where you think, oh, he's got some kind of ulterior motive or something like that.
I mean,
At least
yeah,
I
you're
didn't
right.
see
Yeah,
any.
yeah. They did a good job hiding that.
Yeah, until he gets confronted, like, in person about what he's done, then he becomes just Mr. Asshole.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I didn't like him anymore.
But also, let's talk about what presumably was the villain. I forgot. What's the name of the scroll guy?
Talos.
Talos. I was actually hoping for there to be a super scroll in this movie. You know the super scroll?
No.
Okay, well, the super scroll is basically a scroll, but he can actually copy powers.
Oh, that would be
Yeah,
be cool.
I was hoping that was
Yeah, but
gonna
then
be the
there
villain.
could have just been 2 Captain Marvels, and that would have kind of been lame.
I know, but oh my god, a big problem I have. I don't know if I should go into this right now or into the plot section. Fuck it, I'm gonna just say it now. But now that like Talos turned out to be like just a guy trying to find a home for his people, like he was a good guy basically. Yeah. The scroll.
He had to do bad. He was put in a
Yeah,
bad situation.
the scroll was basically like misunderstood.
Yeah.
Now, what I really wanted was, which is Secret Wars. I don't know if you're aware of what Secret Wars is basically like where a bunch of the superheroes of the Marvel Universe turned out to be Skrulls the whole time.
That would be cool.
That can't happen.
But it's not going to
anymore.
happen because then they can't make their movies.
No, because the Skrull are now painted as the good guys.
That's why that can't happen. So they would have been bad guys.
Yeah, unless they want to do a switcheroo and be like, oh, actually, the Skrull are bad. Because honestly, what I was hoping after this movie is that one of the like heroes, like maybe the Hulk or something, or Loki was a Skrull or something like that. Like one of them turned out to be a Skrull, but now that we know that's not going to happen, and I'm really disappointed about that.
That could have been cool, but I still think.
Anyways, Talos. I feel
getting back on track.
Yeah, Talos. I feel like he was way too silly as a Skrull. When I think of the Skrull, because the Skrull in the comics are like not good people. Like for some reason, I feel like they're just evil, like for no reason.
Well, because in the movie they're actually just good people. Like their homeworld gets destroyed, and they're just trying to find like a new homeworld.
Yeah, but I felt like they were too comedic, man. They were cracking way too many jokes with the Skrulls. Like, I couldn't take Talos seriously.
Well, it's hard to take him seriously anyway because Ben Mendelsohn. What do you mean? How do you pronounce his last name?
I don't fucking know.
The actor, you know.
His voice?
Yeah.
I can take him serious.
I don't know. I just can't really take him that serious. He plays, like, all the villains all the time. He's a good actor, but I don't know. It was kind of hard to take him seriously. But I think he was a really interesting character because at first it just seems like he's just some evil dude out to destroy everyone when he's just searching for his family.
Yeah.
The whole time. So speaking of the Kree, let's talk about the Kree scientist, the scientist lady.
Yeah, the one that
I don't think they ever gave her a name. I don't think they ever named her. Did they?
She was Marvel.
Marvel?
Yeah, but she's the one that
and that's where
Captain Marvel keeps seeing in her visions.
Yep. And
so she's trying to figure out what relationship they had.
Right.
I feel like that she was like, they didn't establish it too well. I felt like she was going to be either like a mother figure or like a mentor or
she
something.
Was kind of like a mentor.
Yeah, but you didn't really see that. You only saw that like in the one scene where she died. Marvel died.
I guess. Because in all the visions that she had, it was basically her getting up from a plane crash and then Marvel standing there, and then she would see like a Kree shooting
No, it
at
was a
something.
scroll.
Or a scroll, that's what I meant. A scroll shooting at something. And presumably she thought it was her, I guess, and that's why she thought scrolls were evil.
Why? Actually, now that I think about it, why did she see a scroll in her damn vision?
Because Marvel was one?
Marvel was a fucking scroll. No, she wasn't a scroll. She was a Kree.
I think I'm getting them confused.
What the fuck?
You know
are
I
you
have a
on?
problem with remembering. Okay, shut up.
What are you talking about? You just said she was a Kree scientist. You fucking dumbass.
Shut up.
Because honestly,
There's too many.
To be honest, it's been a week since I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
So like, I don't remember. Was that just a trailer shot, or did she actually like see the scroll shooting at Marvel in the vision?
She just saw it pick up a gun and shoot.
Okay, because in the trailer it did show that a scroll was like had the gun. But all right, anyways, we're done with character development, I guess. Is there anybody else we should talk about? I mean, those are really the prominent characters.
Yeah, I think just in general, the character development was okay.
Yeah, it
wasn't the best.
There was nothing incredible.
It wasn't like anything new.
Can I just add? These feel like characters we're already supposed to know.
Yeah.
Like, this feels like a sequel movie.
It
doesn't feel like an origin story.
It feels like you're supposed to know, like, the Kree and the Skrull and stuff like that. And
yeah.
They kind of get mentioned throughout all the other movies.
Like, if this was Marvel, Captain Marvel 2, this probably would have been way better.
Yeah.
I feel like this would have fit much better as a sequel. I
feel like there should have been more introduction to the Kree and the Skrull.
Yeah,
definitely. Because it seems like I can't even remember the difference.
Yeah, it just seems, well, it's pretty obvious that one's green and one's blue.
Okay, whatever.
But I'm gonna just say the also green dudes. With that, like, they did kind of explain like why they were fighting, but like it kind of just went over my head. Like, honestly, the exposition was just.
It was just all
so. It was boring, basic, man.
It was basic character development. Like, every single character had a basic backstory, pretty much.
Honestly, wish that Captain Marvel did most of the exposition because I felt like I would have understood it better.
I mean, maybe, but
all right. Whatever.
I think.
Well, let's get into the plot.
Yep. Let's move on.
All right. Plot. How does it hold up?
I thought it was decent. It's kind of just unoriginal, the plot. Someone loses their memory. They're fighting for one side. They find out their side is evil. They switch sides.
That's pretty much. You pretty much summed up the movie.
That's the plot. And it's kind of like a basic plot, but they do it well. I think they do a good job. I'm not as cynical as you, and I don't hate everything like you.
Yeah, because honestly, obviously, y'all can't see us, but I literally just made a face at Max.
That's why I said
I gave him the Luigi death stare.
The Luigi death stare.
Exactly.
He gave me the Jamie death stare.
Exactly. The roach roast.
The roach roast.
Are
you going to roach roast this plot?
Honestly.
Go for it.
I'm just kidding. I don't have that. Okay. Let me think. Because it's been a week. And yeah. Honestly, the plot, it felt okay.
It felt kind of copy and pasted.
It felt okay.
It was a classic plot. It wasn't original. I would have liked to have obviously with many movies existing, you can only have so many different, plots without making it too wild and out there. But it would have been more fun to see something a little more unique, I guess.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Also, throughout the movie, like, you gotta find out, oh, is this person a Skrull? Is this person a Skrull? But it felt like the Skrull were just fucking stupid, man. Like, they just gave themselves up. Like, Brie Larson would be talking, or not Brie Larson, fucking, what's her name? What's her name in the movie?
Marvel.
Carol? No, her name is
Carol Danvers.
Carol Danvers in the fucking movie. She'd be talking to Nick Fury, like, when Nick Fury, like, finally, like, first meets her. And then a Skrull would just, out of nowhere, just, like, shoot at her, like, disguised as a human, like,
yeah, right after she falls into the blockbuster.
Are you fucking stupid? If I'm on another planet, disguised as an alien species, why the fuck would I do something like that?
Yeah.
To just make it obvious that I'm, like, trying to do something bad. Like, that's just fucking dumb. And that definitely
made them look like the bad guys, right from the
start.
Kree,
not the Kree, the Skrull just... The plot just made them look fucking dumb.
Yeah, it kind of did, but I don't know. I don't.
And it was just so. It wasn't that hard to find out if someone was a Skrull, and they only ever used like, is this person a Skrull? Like that plot, like that device, like a couple
also,
times.
When Fury.
Yeah,
Sorry,
dude, careful!
when
Don't
Fury,
say Nick.
When Fury and Captain Marvel meet in like the bar area, kind of, and like have their first real conversation where they're not getting shot at. She's supposed to find out if he's
A Skrull or not?
Skrull by asking him personal questions, but like she doesn't know the answers to them.
So all you really need to do to pass the test is just answer quickly.
Yeah, he could have made all that up and been one.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I don't like
the thing about like the Skrull can only like know your recent memories. That made sense. Like when Nick Fury was in the elevator with a Skrull, and he was like, "Remember that thing we did in like what did he say?"
Oh, I don't even remember.
Remember that thing we did in like
10 years ago?
I'm gonna just say, remember that thing we did 10 years ago? And he's like, yeah, I remember.
But then it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Like that's a smart thing. Like that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we got like more of that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't have that much to say about the plot. I just thought it was a little basic and
It was basic superhero plot.
yeah,
Nothing special, honestly.
So
let's talk about the visuals, all the behind the scenes
The
stuff,
editing.
like choreography, fucking action, all that shit.
I thought the editing was pretty good. Like the effects, the special effects. I thought they were.
It was
they
a
were
good looking
None
movie.
None of them looked fake or anything like that. All the aliens were.
I will say
well
the Skrull did
animated.
look a little bit silly. Some of the Skrull, like the main guy, he didn't look that bad. He looked actually pretty good for a Skrull.
Yeah.
Like if I looked at a Skrull in a comic book and then looked up and I saw the Skrull right there, that's what he would look like. But some of the Skrull look like fucking silly, man.
Well, you could also see like their actual like the actor's features. Like you could tell who the actor was, but
Sometimes.
you could also see that it was an alien. I thought that was cool editing, so that I guess to connect more.
Yeah,
I guess that's why they do it.
But overall, looked pretty good. Like her powers, like her fire shit.
Yeah,
looked
when
pretty
she
good.
would, I don't know. It's not
Her-
fire. It's just like energy.
Her binary mode. You know that's what
Yeah.
it's called, right?
Is that really?
Yeah, it's literally what
That's
it's called.
gay as hell.
When she goes in like fire mode. It's literally called
Is
binary
it not
mode.
Super Saiyan? I
Non-binary
thought it was called
mode.
going Super Saiyan.
No, it's binary mode. Non-binary gender mode. Okay. Anyways.
No, I thought the editing was good. The writing could have been better, but I say that for every movie.
What do you think about the action overall?
The action was good, like when she was flying. And
I wish we got more of that.
yeah, because most of the
It was like the last,
most
like-
of the movie was kind of like ground fighting.
It was a close combat.
Like-
Fucking Mortal Kombat shit.
Exactly, but I wanted to see her like fly, and when she took down like.
She only did that like for the
once or
last
twice.
like 5 minutes of the
and
movie.
then in the end, she like flew through space instead of getting
without the mask that she always put on.
She had it on.
No,
No, she
not
didn't
the-
have the suit. In the beginning, when they flew through space, she had a whole suit. But in the end, when she flew through space, all it did was kind of cover her eyes with a mask.
Yeah, but she had one where it covered her mouth as well.
But not at the end.
I know. How the fuck is she breathing in
I don't know.
space?
She's Captain Marvel. She doesn't need to breathe.
She doesn't need
Breathing
oxygen.
is for the inferior humans.
Breathing is for bitches.
And then, I don't know why she didn't just get on the big ass spaceship and fly with them, because they were going the same way. I don't really understand that.
Okay, but
So,
yeah,
But-
I thought the action was all right. I mean, again, she's like too good at fighting.
Yeah,
So we
she's
don't get
a
much
little
action.
overpowered.
When we do start to see some action with her, she takes down her enemy in like a couple, like 2 hits.
yeah.
So you don't get to really see much.
And when she was fighting...
Aside from the like close combat scenes like at the beginning with her like kind of mentor guy,
Jan.
the asshole, the guy who turns out to be an asshole,
Jan. Just
Jan,
call him
whatever,
Jan.
whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
I don't care about him.
So I thought that was actually really funny because it was a throwback to Indiana
It was
Jones.
a throwback Thursday.
Indiana Jones, after he's like gives this passionate speech about them like fighting no powers or nothing, just hand-to-hand combat, and she's just like shoots him real quick. She's like, nah.
That's not funny. I really wanted to see her try to fight him.
It would have been interesting, but because immediately when she did that, I thought of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
You could have had a
when the dude with the big ass sword comes out and Indiana Jones just shoots him.
Max.
You
could have had a moment. You could have had a moment where apparently the reason why she has her powers is because he was tracking down the Kree scientists, and that's where she got her powers, right?
Right.
If she beat him without her powers, that proves she doesn't need him.
But she doesn't need to prove anything to him. That's what she said. I don't need to prove anything to you. That's what she said. I just thought it was funny.
Whatever.
How she just like...
Honestly, I don't think I laughed once during this whole movie. I did think it was funny, but I didn't just fucking laugh.
Well, that's not... I didn't laugh at that. I just thought it was kind of funny. The cat was funny. Whatever the hell it was.
Fucking Goose.
Yeah.
It was like some scroll like planet.
Danger level high.
Danger level high.
Human. Danger level very low.
Honestly,
to none.
when the cat started swallowing people, I thought it was a scroll. I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, it was funny though.
But at the end, okay,
Fury was like, that thing's definitely broken.
Also, I just realized that we skipped over this in the plot section. Let's talk about the after credit scenes. That has to do with plot. Okay,
the first one.
Fucking Nick Fury names he's on his computer.
He has like the Protectors initiative.
But then he sees Carol Danvers.
Carol, the Avenger Danvers, on the side of her plane.
And he's like, in a photograph. He's like,
the Avengers.
The Avengers Initiative. And then what was it? It was another one where the cat spit out like the fucking Tesseract.
Yeah.
But where were the other people that she ate up? He or she, the cat ate up.
Obviously.
Huh?
It digested them.
Then why didn't it digest the Tesseract?
Because
the cat could have digested all of space. All of space.
Imagine that. But I thought that one was kind of pointless because we knew the Tesseract was going to be in somewhere. I think they just threw it in to show that the cat spit up the Tesseract.
Yeah.
It was kind of pointless though, but it made sense.
Okay, so now that we're done with all that, we're going to get into we're going to wrap this up. Overall rating,
Well, we didn't rate the other things yet, so I'm gonna
you're right.
Rate character development. I'm gonna rate it 5 out of 10.
I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. It was just kind of basic. Same thing with the plot. I'm gonna give that at like a 7.
Plot, I give it a 6.
Yeah, it was just kind of basic. The editing and like the visuals, I'm gonna give that like a 9. They were really good in my opinion. The writing could have been better. Maybe 8.5.
I'll give it an. We don't do 8.5s. We do 8 or 9. There's no in between.
I don't know, because
I'm giving it an 8.
I'll give it a 9 just because you said 8. But I think overall the movie was. I would give it 7. I would give it 7.5, but apparently we can't do.
We don't do halves. That's a cop out.
I think I'm gonna give this set. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Then it was pretty good.
If you gave it a 7 out of 10, I gotta give it a 6 out of 10.
Do you want to give it a 7? You can give it whatever.
I honestly don't want to give it a 7.
Okay,
but I feel like I'm being too harsh.
You're always too harsh. That's your thing.
Fuck it. I'm gonna just give it a 6 out of 10, man.
Yeah.
It was nothing
all right.
Spectacular.
So there we go. Pretty good movie.
Pretty good? I'd say good. That's it.
I think it's pretty good. You think it's good, but it's definitely not a flop.
It's a good movie.
It's not a box office flop.
It's a good movie, but a below average Marvel movie. That's the perfect way.
That's fair.
That's the perfect way.
I've heard a lot of people say that. That's fair.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Anyways, hope you enjoyed that episode. That was our first review,
Yeah.
It's kind of coming out a little bit late, but hey, we got new mics. Hopefully,
better late than never.
Yeah.
So.
Tell us what you think about the audio. Give us some feedback.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah. Also, tell us what you think about our rating system. What we can improve on, just overall. And yeah.
So don't forget to follow us.
Yep. Subscribe,
like, comment, subscribe,
all that YouTuber stuff.
All that, yep.
Yeah.
Everyone got to do that. So,
but
that's it for our Captain Marvel review. And
the best is yet to come, and that's for real.